I sold Akara outside the church gate just to feed my daughter, but the man I trusted the most was the same one who destroyed her smile. My name is Grace, and every morning, I wake up at 4:30 to fry Akara under the mango tree near the church. That's how I've raised my daughter alone. Her name is Timi. She's all I've got. Every Sunday, I'd send her to children's service, and Pastor Elijah, he always noticed her. Sister Grace, your daughter has the spirit of a prophetess. She's special. God has plans for her, Pastor Elijah said, while smiling. Amen, Pastor. If only I could give her a better life, I responded humbly. He said he wanted to mentor her, train her in the way of the Lord. He even gave her books, food, said she could stay in his office after service so I could sell more Akara. I was so grateful, so proud, and so blind. One Sunday, she came home quiet, didn't eat, didn't smile. My baby, what is it? Are you sick? I asked her. No, Mummy, I just want to sleep, Timi whispered. That night, I saw her tearing up her Sunday school drawing. I didn't understand, but the next Sunday, when I tried to take her to church, she screamed, Timi, what happened and why are you refusing to attend service? Timi's voice trembling, he told me not to tell anyone. I asked gently, Timi, what did Pastor Elijah do in his office? Timi, with eyes wide and a flat, she responded. He said I must not tell, that God would be angry with me. That's when I knew something was very wrong. I decided to follow her next Sunday, and what I saw still haunts me. I opened the door, and what I found inside shattered my faith forever. Pastor Elijah attempted doing what only adults should do to themselves to my daughter. I walked in on the pastor with my daughter. When I opened that office door, my daughter looked terrified. And the pastor? He smiled at me, like I was the sinner. I waited 5 minutes, then 10, and turned on my phone camera. And when I opened that door, Timi was sitting stiff in the corner. Pastor Elijah had her lean towards his office desk, standing behind her and his hands on her shoulder. Pastor Elijah startled. Grace, you can't just barge in like this. What are you doing with my child? I said, with my hands shaking. I'm praying with her. She's spiritually gifted, he said calmly. From now on, she doesn't come near you. I reached out and grabbed my daughter, storming away from his office, and he had no idea I've been recording him. I thought to myself to report him to the church elders. I thought they'd help. I showed them the recording, Timi's drawing, her fear, but they just stared at me. Elder Jonah, Sister Grace, your daughter might be imagining things. Pastor Elijah is a man of God. Elder Linus, be careful. False accusations bring curses. That video looks AI generated. I couldn't believe it. They protected him, and I was just the Akara seller. Poor, powerless. I thought about keeping quiet, but then I looked at her, and I knew if I did nothing, he'd hurt someone else. And the elders didn't think of convincing me to delete the video. Maybe they forgot to, or maybe they weren't educated. So I decided to go to the police station with my video as a solid evidence. You have evidence? Officer Job asked. Yes, and my daughter's ready to talk, I answered, trembling, with a lot on my mind. That was the day everything began to change. After proper scrutiny and forensic analysis, it was confirmed that the video was authentic. I felt a little joy because the police officers at the station didn't really seem convinced, knowing who Pastor Elijah is and what he has done for the community. They arrested the pastor that night, but what happened next was even darker than I imagined. They tried to hide the truth, but we fought back. They told me to stay silent, but I was done being poor and quiet. My child deserved justice, even if I had to burn the whole church down to get it. His family members always looked at me with disgust and cruelty, believing I was trying to frame Pastor Elijah. They said I was possessed, that I lied because the pastor refused to marry me. Even the children laughed at Timi, called her liar's daughter. But we kept going to court, even when people threw stones at my stall. Then, during the third hearing, another mother came forward, then another. He had done it before, but the church always covered it up. This time, it was different, because I didn't back down, and Timi spoke her truth. It wasn't enough until Pastor Elijah's 17 years old niece gave the same testament of how he always comes to their house when nobody was at home. and did the same things to her. He always told her not to tell anyone, making her believe it was a secret assignment God gave to her, she said to the judge. This time, the church elders could do nothing to save him from being convicted. The court gave him 20 years in prison. The church still never said a word, but we didn't need them anymore. We moved on. We survived. My mummy sells Akara, but to me, she's the strongest woman in the world, Timi said as she walked through the market with her mother. Some people wear suits and carry Bibles, but evil doesn't always look like a monster. And sometimes, the poorest people carry the greatest power of all, courage.